leadership as a theme has emerged across many of these mantras that you talk about.
Yeah.
And I know there are opposing views that you put in your own style. And the question you've really asked is what kind of a leader would you want to be? So, we all know of so many aspiring professionals, we know of so many people who aspiring entrepreneurs. So what are some leadership guidelines that you might want to share for some of these folks?
Yeah, so I think the one learning that I have looking back in my own experience in the corporate world is that it's very, very important to be authentic, right? We always try and mimic somebody who might be your idol. And the reality is that we all come with a unique set of skills. So being authentic is absolutely critical. The other thing I feel is that you have to go beyond BS. And by that I don't mean just bullshit, I also mean the balance sheet. So quite often, and that's again an aspect of this book, people make it very quantitative, very rigid. And that's important, it's not just about data and analytics, it's also about feelings, emotions, perception. So I would say, leadership is about a fine balance between perspective and perception. Perception being what you bring to the table.
Right.
So that's what I think that, being authentic is important, and also remembering that this is about sacrifice. It's not easy to be a leader. It needs a lot of hard work and sacrifice. Those are some of the sort of basic tenets that I would touch upon.
Yeah. So, Pallav, if you look at the entire leadership ethos over many years, I think in the early days when all of us started our corporate career, we had a lot of leaders who were like heavyweights, who were larger than life figures, and very often they dictated and everybody executed, right? And then all that changed. I think there was a huge change during the pandemic, actually, when suddenly it turned the other way around and everybody spoke about 100% participative leadership. It was all about empathy, leaders having empathy. It was, in fact, a lot of leadership gurus also wrote about employees first, customers second. I have come across lots of articles and stories around that. Now again, we are moving into a stage where globally, if you look at it, a lot of countries start looking inwards. Now, would that also in a way influence leaders in their management styles, in their leadership styles? Because they are facing headwinds in the economy, global economy, and so on and so forth. So are we again going to be seeing a little more of authoritative kind of style of leadership in your view? I mean, this is just for debate.
Excellent question, and that's one of the things that fascinates me is that the lesser heroes, right? I mean, people that have contributed immensely, but you don't hear of them. Those are the real stories that need telling, right? I mean, if you look at the IT sector, FC Kohli of TCS, or today India has one of the finest financial services system, equities market, and there was a gentleman called R.H. Patil who set up an NSE. And I think harking back to what you talked of, people like from the very sort of larger than life leaders to people like Satya Nadella, who've been almost like not just innovators but servant leaders. This is always going to change, and it's I think I would stay away from predicting what sort of leaders are going to emerge, but it's as I said, it'll be fun observing how leadership styles evolve.